Guys, what's up? Unsportsmanlike conduct, Gabb and Bree here to talk to you guys about some things that are going on in the NFL. This is a wild week. A wild one.
Big week for you.
I don't know. It's not a big week for me.
How are we feeling about it?
All I know is that I'm going to be packing my bags Friday night, getting in my car Saturday morning, driving to Cincinnati, and watching the Chiefs beat the Bengals.
Okay, so get away from the problematic areas.
Just relocate for the day,
okay.
not watch that, do something else that's more productive with my time.
Well, that'll be fun. That'll be a really good game.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to watch play. Last time they played, playoffs, that was a little crazy.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild game. So. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna go about it.
Speaking of crazy, what a week. I just needed to get this off my chest. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Thanksgiving night, primetime football. What was a pretty good game, all things considered. We finally got the Mac Jones that we saw for a good portion of last year, which was exciting.
Have a good game. I have some thoughts on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me too. Exciting and encouraging that not only did he play to what we all kind of expect from him that we haven't really gotten so far this year. The offensive line played great for the most part, very banged up, but they really held their own, and that was a reflection on, I think, why Mac played so great, as well as it seemed like they finally opened up the playbook, which is another encouraging sign if it continues, because you saw what they are able to do offensively, moving the ball, not just resorting to running every single down. And I know there were some, questionable instances in that more towards the end of the game where it looked like they kind of regressed a little bit. But overall, I was really happy with what I saw offensively, getting the tight ends involved, which should have been 2 touchdowns, but we can talk about that in a second.
Yeah, that was a bit much. That was crazy.
But I kind of want to go back to what I said last week that I think got exposed a little bit on Thursday night. This defense is very good. I'll stick with that 1,000%. But when they play very good teams, they are not the same defense that is putting up 9 sacks a game or whatever the hell they did to, Zach Wilson the week before. And it looked like the defense from the second half of the season last year, which is not so encouraging as opposed to the other side of the ball. So we'll see. I mean, because as you guys know, the next couple of weeks, they play very good teams, starting with the Bills Thursday night. And Josh Allen is a freak of freaking nature when it comes to not only having a cannon for an arm, but he can move and he can run the ball down your throat if he has to, because he's just a monster of a human being and taking him down is impossible. So the defense, I mean, I need you. Because Mac can play as good as he wants, but if you can't stop the ball, I'm a little concerned. And we're starting to get into crunch time of, okay, these games need to be wins or else your playoff hopes are out the window.
Yeah, and the playoff hunt is heating up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. They showed the graphic on, what was it, last night, of the AFC playoffs, and
yeah, I mean there's a lot of teams.
There's a lot, like just
the Colts even thought they had some hope last night. So it can be anything.
The Colts, they easily could have won that game too. Clock management, man. And what's even worse is Jeff Saturday had a tweet from like a couple months ago, maybe like a year ago, that said that they were going to talk about clock management on NFL Live. Brother,
Okay, well, maybe you should talk about it at the game.
do I have something to tell you?
And all these people are trying to stick up for him, saying, "Oh, he was trying to catch the Steelers' defense off guard." Just take the effing timeout. Just take the
Seriously.
timeout. You took off so much time off the clock. They're like, "Well, he wouldn't have got the down anyway." Take the freaking
It doesn't
timeout.
matter.
Take the timeout.
And then take that exact logic and bring it over to the goddamn Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Man, that was a game. I'll tell you what. That was one game to go to. That was my one and only Brady game I've ever been to, and I thought like 30 times he was about to pull it off, but Jacoby Brisset did, so that was crazy.
I'm very happy for Jacoby because being his last game and then having to deal with the shitty situation that he's in right now, like he doesn't deserve that. So I'm glad he's
Get a
able
nice
to-
little send off. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
But the levels of beef that I have with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Chargers coaching staffs
Oh
are
my god.
insane. How you have Tom Brady, you have all of your timeouts. Why are you not using them?
Why are you letting Myles Garrett sack your quarterback to send it off?
That game didn't even need to go into overtime either.
No, it didn't. I don't know how I at no point did I think that they were gonna win. I'm not kidding. Why would I ever think the Cleveland Browns are gonna win a game at any point, even if they're up by like 30? At no point did I think they were gonna win.
They just like I know everybody like says this jokingly that Tom Brady like threw his family away for this, but like man. It's hard. It's hard for me to watch this because he doesn't deserve this.
I mean, okay, what would have been worse? Like if you could pick one of the two, what's worse? Tom Brady losing to the Browns, Pats losing to the Browns. Which one's worse?
I say the Pats losing to the Browns just because like I think the Pats going into that Browns game had a legit shot to start a little run. They did for the most part. Like they're not dead yet. I don't think it really matters as much for Tampa Bay because they miraculously are still first in their division. Like
their division is really, really, really terrible.
Their division is
They have
bad.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Congrats to you.
I have a lot of beef. I'm just like so annoyed with everybody this week.
Me too. I have a lot of anger. I had a lot of anger from like starting Sunday to now. I've had a lot of anger build up. I've had a lot of crazy things happen to me over the past like 3 days. It's just been well, you clearly see what's going on down the effing street from me.
Oh,
a circus. There's a circus going on. So I went to the game on Sunday. Very off topic for what we're talking about. I went to the game on Sunday. Went to the stadium. I was like, yeah, they don't have any Watsons. Like, I'm surprised they haven't done anything yet, you know? Literally not even 12 hours later, big ass banner on the side of the freaking stadium. So I took a picture of it and I said, this definitely wasn't there yesterday. None of that message wasn't positive, you know? It wasn't negative, but it wasn't like a, oh my God, look at this.
Pointing it out something.
Guess who retweeted it? Him. I said, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Stay off of social media.
Oh my God. I said, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that's
good. That's good.
Solid start to the day. I can't see it because the account is private.
Oh. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense then because why would he be reading shit? But if he
but you
that
have
makes a little bit.
A million people that follow you. It's not like you're retweeting it in private. Like
so what's the point?
I don't know. And
whatever.
Like, the stress that caused me. Stress that caused me was a lot.
I say this as somebody who likes. I don't not like the Browns. I don't like the Browns. Like it's indifferent. I mean, they're the Browns. I don't care. I genuinely hope the Houston Texans figure their shit out, if only for this week, and
only for this week.
Like,
oh my God, that would be funny. It'd be hilarious.
It would be great because it would, more than anything, I think, stick it to the league, who definitely orchestrated all of this. Like, there's a reason why he's coming back for this game. The ratings are going to be nuts. Everybody's going to be watching this. He hasn't played in however many years against his old team, his first game back from suspension, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Okay, well, you know what's
this
even worse
is going to be
about
the
it?
moneymaker for them.
You know what's even worse about it? Did you see the Tony Busby news today?
I don't know. Now what?
Okay, so I will never, ever tell someone how they can deal with their trauma, how they're going to deal with their trauma, as long as they're not harming other people to deal with their
Mhm.
trauma. But he is exploiting these women. Like, he is an actual idiot. So he has a suite. He got a suite from the Houston Texans, who he sued,
Okay.
and invited every single victim to go to the game.
I definitely don't think that's a good idea.
10 are going.
Why?
See, that's my thing. I think that he probably is manipulating them, making them seem like this is something to do. And he said it's for them to take back their power. And again, I'm not judging them for what they want to do with however they're going to handle this. But
Yeah.
he is like, I think he is like pushing a whole narrative, trying to get his name out. Like, he's just a little celebrity clout chasing lawyer.
That definitely doesn't make sense. I don't think I would want to go watch the
Man
person who
that's harmed
did
me. Yeah.
those things to me play football. Like, I don't.
And he bought the suite like he's doing it all. Like, it wouldn't have happened unless he's doing it. And he's making this whole image saying that this is something empowering. They're going to take back their power. What if he goes off for 400 some
Right,
passing
like,
yards and wins the freaking game?
why? Yeah, why would I want to watch that?
So, like, I don't know. He's just making it about himself. It's not for them to do anything. Him to effing again.
Interesting.
And it just
Interesting.
sucks because now everybody's taking that story and they're running with it and making jokes about it and saying things about the women. And
So
sucks.
essentially, everything that we expected to happen with this week rolling around is happening.
It's all happening, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's
it's just a least surprising thing ever. I just wish, I don't know. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Moving on, because yeah, we could talk all show about all that shit, but we've definitely given it more than enough of our attention. What else happened this week? I'm trying to think. What else happened this week?
Kenny Pickett played a meaningful football game.
Okay. Kenny Pickett actually looks not terrible.
Not terrible is a good way to describe it, yeah.
I was actually pretty impressed with the decent amount of throws last night. Granted, really not a good game overall. Colts defense is above average, I
Yeah.
would say. Secondary, at least. But, they're still the Colts. But I was impressed a little bit.
Yeah, I like Kenny Pickett. See, I met Kenny Pickett at a softball tournament, and he was probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like, regardless of just like outside of even sports, like he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. He went up to everybody, introduced himself, handing out things to kids, like hanging out with everybody. I was like, wow, you are a great guy. So I'm rooting for him, even though he plays for the stupid Steelers. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him.
They're not going to do. Baltimore Ravens, though.
That was a disaster. That's an absolute disaster. Lamar's gone. He's not coming back to that.
Talk about not being able to finish games. Like, this is like the 5th time it's happened to them this year.
And I thought their defense was just getting it together, They've been looking pretty decent.
Well, okay. So I ended up winning, but I had the most frustrating fantasy week, I think, of my life this week. I left DJ Moore, Ryan Robinson, and Zay Jones on my bench.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, if anybody is going to have a decent enough game out of those 3, it might be Brian Robinson, and he did. All 3 of them put up over 20 points. I didn't expect Sam Darnold and DJ Moore to do anything against the Broncos secondary. Definitely didn't expect Trevor Lawrence and freaking Zay Jones to do it against the Ravens secondary, who I thought is one of the better ones in the league
getting it
right
together,
now.
yeah.
Marlon Humphreys, like, he's haunting me from his pick against Mac Jones, however many
that
weeks
was
ago.
so bad. That was so bad.
Zay Jones, I think it was like 27 points on my bench. Granted, I still won, so like, okay, whatever. But now here I am thinking, okay, maybe next week against Detroit I can start him. Now, this is my
Yeah.
last week of the season. I'm in
I mean, I
second
feel like
place
they're
right
gonna put up
now.
some. Okay, that's gonna be a high scoring game. It has to.
That's my thinking too. But now, if I go and do that, he's gonna lay like a goose egg or something, like have 10 yards and a fumble. Like fantasy football, I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I know I'm gonna play again next year and probably the year after that until the day that I die. But I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a big scam. Fantasy football
Maybe
is a scam for your mental health.
maybe if I win this year, like I'll just ride off into the sunset. And like there's a decent chance of me at least coming in second because our second place team still gets money. Even still, maybe if I win second, like I'm done. I got my cash. I'm done. I don't need the stress anymore, the mental gymnastics that I have to do. Sick of it. But back to Lamar, because I have a thought on Lamar. And
My thought is that he's gone.
well, no,
He's
that's
done.
mine
They're
too.
not gonna pay him. They're not gonna pay him any money. They probably should have.
Who's going to?
There's so many teams that are gonna pay him. There's
Maybe
so
the
many teams that would
Patriots?
take him.
Love it. I would love it if Bill finally opened up the checkbook and went all in because they have so much money. So much money. If they went all in and got Lamar, I would love it.
Now, I don't know if he would go to the Patriots. I don't know if that is in the
Maybe,
in
yeah,
the
but
list of teams.
he's always talking about Bill Belichick and how much he respects him and blah blah blah. Granted, like everybody does that, so it probably doesn't mean as much as I'm thinking that it means or reading into it. But I don't know because
Everyone
this
says
offense, like I feel like they
Falcons.
just oh
Everyone says
I don't know.
Lions.
I don't know. I kind of like the Mariota thing in Atlanta. I don't think it's sustainable, but I don't know. I don't think it's bad.
You know where I would think he would fit in so well? What they have going on. This I don't even know if this works out. I'm not looking at any contracts, nothing, and just saying just for like personality wise. I know Kirk Cousins has a thing going on with all the chains and the teammates love him, but like I think it'd be so cool if Lamar went to the Vikings. That team would love him. They would. He would fit in with all of them.
Next free agency, I know it's still a little ways away, but free agency for this coming season is stacked. Like, yeah, that's not a bad one either. I
And
don't
there's a lot
know.
of teams
I
that want to upgrade at quarterback. Because no
come to
one
New
is
England, please,
one's
please
I
come to
know.
New England. It's
See,
either
that's like
that or they trade the farm for Justin Herbert. That's it. Those are the two ways I'll be happy.
I mean Justin Herbert, I don't know how long he's gonna last there either, because
I think one more year left.
not really working out with them. They're winning some games, but they're not winning anything at all.
Yeah.
Substance. So
Well, I was fully expecting them to piss this one away the other day because they easily could have just tied it, played for overtime. Brandon Staley had to do what Brandon
right.
Staley does, and he went for two. And thankfully, it worked out. But I was so ready to just curse this man for the rest of his life, the rest of my life, because I'm sick of it. Like somebody tweeted, I'm already like amazed at the way the Chargers lost this game for themselves and they haven't even lost it yet. Like that's bad. If that's the perception that people have of you as a coach and as a team, that's so bad. We need to do
Yeah.
some reworking here.
What about see this comment? This is crazy. I'd love him in Vegas, Lamar in Vegas. If I'm a quarterback, I'm not going to AFC West. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
I would never. But I would like that idea for him on that team, but I would not want to play in the same division as
The idea
Mahomes.
the idea of him at McDaniels is really cool and I like it. But a division with Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Lamar, and then Justin Herbert
Yeah, I
provided.
just don't think he would want to go there.
Like that's
If I'm
just
him, I'm
that's a
going to the
lot.
NFC. If I'm him, I'm getting out of the AFC. I'm going to the NFC. Seems like
Maybe
it's
the
way easier.
Rams.
49ers. Just any other team. Literally any other team besides the Ravens at this, because they do not respect him. They do not give him offensive weapons. You had your great defense. Time's done. Now's the time to score some points. You are scoring points, but it's not enough because your defense is looking like trash.
Ooh, this one's interesting. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Tom Brady to Vegas, Lamar to Tampa. It works out for everybody. Everybody's happy. Brady's back with his buddy Josh McDaniels and all the other Patriots cast-offs that ended up going over there. He's got Devontae. And then Lamar gets to go down and deal with whatever the hell is going on in Tampa. Hopefully people get fired by that point because Todd Bowles is not Brian Leftwich, not like, I'm sorry. And then Derek Carr to Baltimore. There we go.
He won't survive there. They will not.
We got a little
want him.
turn of the triangle.
They do not want Derek Carr. They have no one for him to throw the ball to.
Got people to throw the ball to now, and look how it's going. So
yeah, so it's gonna be bad. I do not see the thing Lamar.
No, I don't think so either.
And they're gonna look so stupid, I feel like, when he goes somewhere else and thrives.
It should have been done by now. If they were gonna do it, it should have, and I think it would have been done by now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Did you see his tweet?
Oh, I saw. Oh yeah.
I mean, he needs to put the phone. Sometimes you just gotta put the phone down. I know people say some crazy shit, and I know you get mad. Sometimes you just want to pop off on people, say some reckless shit, but maybe not that. But the way they were going about it with him, a little ridiculous.
Oh, okay. So the guy that he tweeted at too, like, come on, dude. You can't tweet something like that and tag the person and then get upset when the person responds. You literally you wanted them to see it. You obviously did because you tagged them.
What are your thoughts on them to see it? What are your thoughts on the very last part of the tweet?
Oh, the dick sucking one?
Eat a dick? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Did you see what they were saying though?
The guy who, I went through his thing and
well, ESPN put out a whole piece on him saying that was homophobic language and he needs to apologize. I said, I'm sorry, but eating a dick is a very gender neutral term because you can say that to women too.
But also it's, I don't know. I don't see.
They're just trying to cancel my man Lamar before he gets his money. No one wants him to win. No one wants him to succeed. And I'm ready for him to get out of there.
My biggest thing is if you're going to talk your shit and tag somebody in it, you can't play the victim when they respond.
You already did it.
You can't do it because you started it. You did it all. So I have no sympathy for the guy that tweeted at him and got told, go eat a dick, or all he's ever done is whatever. Because
I agree.
You did it to yourself, bro. Sorry.
I agree. Whatever you said, sure. You probably shouldn't have said it. But what's gonna happen? They're not gonna pay him either way, so might as well say what they want. See, now next person that's trying to get some money, trying to go to a team, was on an airplane.
Yep.
Odell Beckham Jr. I don't think it affects anything at all. I just don't think anybody really cares. I think it was just really high.
Jerry Jones already said it's not going to matter. It's not going to make a difference. And he's pretty much he's all but a Cowboy already. I feel like we're just pushing off the inevitable at this point. Just sign the freaking.
And it seemed like he didn't do anything that was harmful to anybody. He was cooperative once he was awake, and I think he was super high.
Right. Many gummies or something.
Yeah, probably a little too many, a little too much with the edible, got a little too high, was falling asleep. They said, put the seatbelt on. He's not really with it. And they said, get off the plane. He said, okay. And off the plane he went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. It's unfortunate
I
for the people that needed to go where they needed to. But.
Made it. It was delayed for 45 minutes, it said.
And it was a direct flight to LA. Yeah,
from Miami to Los Angeles. You're good. The flights come in and out from that route in a day. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, especially if he ends up with the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are one to, especially Jerry Jones, to look at run-ins with law enforcement and have that be the reason why they don't send somebody. The people that have been on that roster previously. Over the last however many years. So But also, like, it's not a big deal to begin with. It's not even
Right.
so everybody just needs to kind of relax, get over it. Um, yeah. What else? The Lions. I want to talk a little bit about the Lions.
See, I love them. I've been rooting for them. I don't think okay, so they're like the best team of all time. Best,
Yes.
worst team of all time. I don't know. Interchangeable. They're really bad, but they're also really good.
They took it to the Buffalo Bills Thanksgiving morning or
Yeah, I think they can
afternoon,
compete with
whatever.
any team in the league right
They
now,
can
but they're
do
not
it.
going to win.
So frustrating because when they took the lead, when there was however much time left, I think it was like 6 minutes left. You like I was rooting for them, obviously, playing the Bills. That would have been great because the Pats
Yeah.
beat the Lions and tiebreakers and all that shit. So I was really rooting for the Lions, and then I saw them take the lead. I saw how much time is left, and I was like,
Not going to work out.
they're gonna do what they do, and they're gonna just miss it. It's just gonna slip through their fingers at the very last minute, and that's exactly what
Yeah, I
happened.
feel bad with them for the field goal though. The
It's
jinx,
just
were you listening to the broadcast when they did that?
oh no, what happened?
Okay, so the Lions kicker, he hasn't missed a field goal in whatever many things. They're saying that on the
Mhm.
broadcast, and they're like, he's like, well, he hasn't missed in whatever, so it's not going to be a jinx. Misses it. Like,
Yeah.
well, that would have at least tied the game. If he would have, the game would have been tied. So,
Ugh, would have been really nice if they got that win. But also, I've been trying to make this a thing for the last however many weeks. What does that say about Buffalo? That they are going toe to toe with these teams that probably aren't all that good and just barely squeak out. Watch, they're
I
going to
mean,
blow out the Pats this week, so none of this is going to matter. But like,
put
I
up
feel like
like
it's worth
40
at least a
too,
little
yeah.
bit of a conversation.
See, I'm not worried about them
So
yet. I'm not worried about them yet. If they lose Patriots big, then I will be about the Bills. But until then, I don't really have any worries. But that
yeah,
will
I
worry
don't
me
think
if they
it's
do.
gonna happen.
So until then,
I
I'm
don't
just
think
like,
that's gonna happen.
they're not as good as the Chiefs. I wouldn't say there's. I mean,
No.
they beat the Chiefs, but we're talking about right now. They are not playing as.
The Chiefs are on they're back to their usual,
Yeah, I mean, it's not. They never
level
left.
of things.
They never
I
left.
was hoping Patrick Mahomes would just regress
Well,
just a little bit
he
this
has some
year.
extra dad strength this weekend. Had their child, so
Okay, did you see the name?
I'm fine with the name.
So I get it because he's Patrick Mahomes the third. So
Yeah,
bronze, like I get
sure.
it, bronze medal, that's third place or whatever. But like when I think of bronze medal, I think of a loser. Like you
Oh, come
are
on.
a loser. That's why you got the bronze medal. So like I feel like they definitely could have come up with a better nickname for that, and they didn't have to go with the medal thing. Like the daughter's name is Sterling, like Sterling Silver, and now we're doing bronze. Like we don't have to do that. We don't have to have running themes for our kids' names. It's kind of corny.
I
I
mean,
don't know why.
he's a corny guy.
I don't know
He's
why
a family
like
man. That's
people
what
do
he's
that
all
though.
about.
Like there's so many cool names, cool nicknames for the third. You can call him Trip or Triple, or like you can. I don't know. Bronze is seems a little
I don't know. The
much
internet loved
for
it.
me.
They ate that shit up.
I don't know. Not a fan. Not a fan. But also, I'm not going to, obviously, I have nothing against the children. They're actual infants. But the mom and the dad rubbed me the wrong way, especially mom. And I know she definitely had a heavy hand in the decision. So it doesn't
Well, yeah,
surprise me
she's the
that I
literal
don't
mom.
like it.
I mean, like, yeah, she's the mom. She's gonna decide the name of the baby.
I don't know. Bronze is just so weird.
Well, now you know you don't need that one if you
Yep.
ever
Nope.
give birth.
That's crossed off my
Which
list if I ever have kids.
I'm
Not
never having a
using that
child,
one.
so don't worry, I won't use it either.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't think extra late nights with the newborn's really gonna matter for him though. I think they're gonna be fine. They're gonna coast to the playoffs, no problem.
I'm excited. I'm so excited to go to this game, though. I want them to talk shit. I want there to be fights on the field.
Yeah,
We saw what happened last time they played.
sure did. gonna be really, really fun too.
Tyreek Hill got
I
hate tweeted for at least a few days.
not on the team anymore. I feel like
I know, but like they still don't like they don't like them.
a
They do
lot
not
of
like each other.
the problems that I think a lot of other teams had with the Chiefs though had to do with Tyreek. Like
Well, I think the problems that that the Bengals have with the Chiefs is Eli Apple
oh well, yeah.
because he wouldn't stop tweeting.
No, okay. I'm saying this, and I'm being completely serious when I am asking this question. Is he still on this team?
Yeah, he's
Like
had a
still
fine
plays
season.
and stuff?
Yeah, he's had a.
Okay. I don't think I've seen a single like highlight stat, nothing. So
He was posting the highlights on his Instagram story the other day.
Mm.
I mean, they're fine breaking up a bunch of passes, but he was trolling Derrick Henry. So, and he could break you in half.
Why
One
why are
stomp,
we doing
done.
that?
Because they like I just don't think Derrick Henry is the person to troll. Like Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
I don't think he's the person to troll either. Because when you did that, guess what they did after you lost the Super Bowl? Post their Super Bowl rings. That was
Well, I don't know. Out of all of the people that I could troll, I don't think Derrick Henry is very high
yeah,
on
I
that
think he would
list.
be near the bottom because
Yeah.
he is scary.
Large human being could
Yeah.
probably kill me with
I feel like he doesn't like
just the
say a
snap
lot
of
of
his
stuff
hand.
though. He doesn't really talk much. Plays
No.
football.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. He doesn't seem the type unless he like you say something that really sets him off. Like I feel like he's very like even
Yeah.
keeled, quiet on the field.
You know who's been
Runs.
tweeting a lot? Micah Parsons. Not in like a bad way. He's just been very vocal.
Yeah.
Did you see his
See
tweet about
all
the
of his
MVP?
recruiting. No.
So he said, "Why is the MVP always a quarterback? Why can't we have someone else?" And I understand, and I get what he's saying, but realistically, like that is the most important person.
Yeah. Unless like my argument for Tyreek this year winning MVP is he
Yeah, it's
elevates
up
the
there
play of his quarterback. So like
for
unless
sure.
there's things like that, like Cooper Cup maybe
And I mean, Micah
type
Parsons is
players.
having a phenomenal season, but I wouldn't say
Yeah.
he's more important to his team than Patrick Mahomes.
He's definitely in the conversation for defensive player of the year, but
Yeah,
MVP.
but I get it. I get that you're trying to get the word out there.
Yeah, it's just like that's what defensive player of the year is. Like we all know MVP is gonna be an offensive player, specifically, most likely a quarterback because they have the biggest impact on the game.
They
They're
have the
doing
ball
the most.
all the time.
Like it's like a one-off that a defensive player wins MVP. It's happened a handful of times, if ever. Like
Yeah.
I don't know the NFL history of MVPs off the top of my head, so don't yell at me for not knowing this. But like, I feel like it's happened, like Lawrence Taylor, somebody like that. Like, I feel like it's happened, but it's rare, and it's rare for a reason. That's just how. Oh. But
The Jets.
I don't. Oh, thank God.
Shout out to the Jets for the win. How do you think Zach Wilson feels?
I honestly hope he feels like shit, and
He's
that's
probably
kind of
embarrassed.
mean.
Yeah. Garrett
It's
Wilson, I
kind of
put him on
yeah.
my team. Yeah.
It's
He's
kind of
really
mean
good.
to say it, but like it's true. I kind of hope he feels like shit because I think he is the only person he can blame for why he got benched because he has no accountability. He doesn't take accountability, responsibility for
Anything?
the
Yeah,
issues
okay.
that the Jets were having. Like you can't sit there and say after you just got smacked around by your division rivals defense, being the Patriots in that game 2 weeks ago. You can't sit there and say that you felt like you let the defense down when you didn't do a thing. You didn't do a single thing. You had like under 100 yards of total offense in the game. Not even in a half, in the game. Don't get me started on half totals and stuff because that's even more embarrassing. And then you're going to sit there and say no, that you don't think that you let the defense down. Oh my God. Have an ounce of awareness for your situation, dude.
Yeah,
I
and I
don't
see a lot
know.
of Jets fans. I've seen a lot of Jets fans saying, "Well, he's just getting benched for now to learn a lesson." I think the lesson he's learned is he's
No,
not going to be a starter in the league.
exactly.
So,
That's the lesson. He's getting benched to learn a lesson, and the lesson is your time here is done. You're out. sorry. If Mike White, if you take your should be franchise quarterback who you drafted in the first round and picked or
Yeah.
whatever, and if it takes a season and a half for you to lose your job to Mike White, don't take this the wrong way, Jets fans and Mike White stands and everything like that. Up until last year, I had no fucking clue Mike White existed. I had no idea who this guy was. Thought it was just somebody they pulled off the street
Oh
down
my God.
in Newark. Like I never knew who this guy was, and he, in all of the chances that he's had to play, has shown that he deserves to be out there. He was probably the best quarterback of the week, which is insane because we're
Yeah,
talking about
great
the New
day.
York Jets. But he looked good in the rain. He got people involved that have not been involved this season. One already asked for a trade this year because he wasn't getting the ball. Like,
Yeah.
he's doing all of the things that Zach Wilson should be doing if Zach Wilson was actually a good quarterback, which he's not. And out of there.
I just think it is hilarious, Zach Wilson. Oh man. There was a tweet. It was like I should not have replied this, but it was hilarious. You know, Joel Olstein. The man for sure said.
Sure
It said Zach Wilson will be working for, and I said him next season. That's his new career outlook.
Yeah,
TV
like
preacher.
A Mormon
Yeah,
version
TV
of a
preacher.
mega church or something.
Yeah, that's it.
I think my favorite part of this whole Zach Wilson saga, though, is Robert Saleh said when he announced that Zach was going to get benched and Mike White was going to start and whatever. Robert Saleh said that he thinks that he's going to get another shot as a starter, and he goes on to list names. But he listed names of quarterbacks who had been benched from their starting position and got a starting job again, all with other teams. And like the writing is on the wall. His time in New York.
But who wants Zach Wilson?
Yeah, but like as a backup, who maybe like a one-off that he gets a starting chance somewhere, like. But I don't know, man. Like
Well, let me ask you this question. Off topic of the Jets, but do you see Jacoby starting anywhere next season?
Oh, he should. He absolutely should. You're telling me
should is the right word, but I don't know if he will.
I have a handful of teams in my mind right now that could use somebody like Jacoby Brisset.
But I also feel like he is. I just dropped my phone on me. Sorry. I feel like he is in a position right now, and everybody like roast Kevin Stefanski, but look what he's done with Baker Mayfield and look what he's done with Jacoby Brisset. Not saying that Jacoby can't do that again, but he just needs to be in the right situation. People are saying he should go back to the Colts. He should run away from them.
Yeah.
Should run away from them. They will ruin everything that he just did.
I don't want him back on a team that has gone through 900 quarterbacks in the last 5 years.
Right.
Like, I don't want that.
He needs to be in a situation where they're going to make sure he can thrive and be decent. I mean, he won 4 games. They could have won more. The defense has been shitty, but like, I'm rooting for him. I just want him somewhere.
I mean, Davis Mills is not the answer. I think we all can agree on that. So the Texans are definitely going to have an open spot for quarterback.
Yeah.
The
I
Rams,
like this one. Saints. I think the Saints could work, but I don't know if they would do that.
Saints could definitely work. I don't hate that.
Yeah, he has a lot of weapons there. A lot of
Jameis. Yeah. That's not it. Depending on what Tom Brady does, Tampa might be an option. I think the Rams, I know, they've got money issues and shit like that.
But you don't have to pay very much.
Yeah, but I still don't even know if it might be enough. But also, I mean, people agency off the books. It could work. And I don't think Matthew Stafford, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires after this year.
Yeah, I mean,
he got his Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the Super Bowl was enough for him. Push the lady off the stage with the camera, let him out. I think he's done.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a decent amount. This is probably the craziest one out of all of the ones that we said. I've seen some Pats fans who, like me, are not very big on Mac Jones, but I definitely wouldn't take it this far, saying that the Patriots should have never traded Jacoby.
Oh, come on.
Blah, blah, blah. Seriously, be so for real. Nobody expected this to happen. Nobody.
Like, again, you have to be in the right situation, and there's only a few teams that
I don't know. I just
He's
feel like
been a
any
backup his
quarterback.
whole career. Like, nobody expected this to happen.
I just really
And
feel
you
any
can't
quarterback you put into the
you
Browns
can't sit
offense right
here
now with Kevin
Yeah,
Stefanski,
seriously.
Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper. I know they don't have that many other receivers. You have David Njoku. You just saw the freaking one-handed catch he made.
I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, that was insane.
Can't believe he did that.
He terrifies me. He's so nice, but he scares me. He's like the biggest person I've ever been around.
I love
He
him.
is.
I wanted him to get traded to the Pats a couple years ago so bad.
Yeah, he's a crazy guy, but he can play football when he needs.
That catch is ridiculous.
But yeah, I don't know.
As good as it gets.
He needs a situation where it's going to be
Yeah.
not
And
terrible.
the Saints really, I think, is a good one because, like, I mean, you want to stick with either Jameis or Andy Dalton, be my guess, but it's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to do anything, and you're wasting Alvin Kamara, your Chris Olave, like
Jarvis is washed. I'm sorry, guys. It's
no, he's whatever. He doesn't really.
He had his
factor
time.
into
He had a
this.
great career.
Mhm. And like Mike Thomas, maybe if he ever decides he doesn't want to get hurt and play football and stuff, but like
yeah, but that's just not looking very likely either.
Exhausting. I can't imagine like being so good for 1 year and having everybody like set all these expectations for you and he has potential to be top whatever and blah blah blah. And then every single year your body says, "Nope, sorry, we're not going to do that."
Right.
Oh, it must
before we do picks, can we talk about college football real quick? I want to talk about Ohio State.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I wouldn't say I'm an Ohio State fan. I'd like to participate in the activities that go on when Ohio State is playing certain games. Fans, you guys are kind of annoying. I literally said something about Ryan Day at the beginning of the game. I tweeted, I said, if you say one negative thing about Ohio State, they will show up to your front door with pitchforks to murder your family. And that is not even being dramatic.
No, Same
thing with Bama fans, Clemson fans too. Like any like prime
crazy.
college football team, your fans are nuts. Like at a whole different level.
The biggest reason why I never really got so into college football because I saw how it makes people like if you think NFL fans are crazy, college football like powerhouse fans, nuts.
You guys are screaming at 18-year-olds, okay?
Literal teenagers.
And then it makes it even I'm not even gonna get into what I was gonna say. But what I will say is I think that they are going to get rid of Ryan Day.
Yeah, I was a little surprised when I saw you say that because I thought to myself, okay, they're still 11-1, whatever.
Sure, but that's not good enough.
Right.
You know?
Losing to Michigan 2 years in a row is definitely not something the program is excited about. I know that for fact. Yeah.
And he got gifted everything that he had. Yeah, everything that he had, he was gifted. He showed up with it there. Sure, he did a great job. Like any other team, you have that performance. Any other program, you're like, yeah, that's a great season. But not there. Really, just not how it is. It's not their culture. It's not what it is. He's the first Ohio State coach to lose twice to Michigan since I think it was like 1980s.
Classic.
Right, so that's bad.
The first to do something.
And then
for
CJ
a really long
Stroud
time.
is the first quarterback since I think also maybe like the 90s to have that's not what I was gonna say. To never beat Michigan. Not even one win against Michigan.
Ouch.
So that's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it for them.
He showed me a little bit about him in that game that I definitely wasn't expecting.
Well, I don't think he's ever gonna be any kind of NFL quarterback
IQ like seemed to just fall off a cliff in the late stages of that game.
Yeah, I like CJ Stroud. I want him to do well. You know, I hope he does well for the Ohio State curse of quarterbacks. But I'm just not buying into it. I'm just not seeing it. I don't think it's going to work out. I think he can't play under pressure. Any game that you need to show up for, he's not really doing it.
Yep.
And then Ohio State next season, they're going to have their first white quarterback in like forever. Good luck with that one, sir.
Good luck.
Right.
Also, I learned this while watching the game that I didn't know, and I feel like I'm really dumb, so I'm going to ask you if you knew this. Did you know that Jim Harbaugh is younger than John?
Yeah.
I always thought he was older by like a pretty wide margin,
No,
like
yeah,
at
I knew
least
that.
like 5 years. He's younger, but
Mhm.
it's only like a year, but still.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that. He looks
What a
like,
pair of brothers, you know?
oh my
Mm.
God, the whiniest, just most annoying men I've ever
Do you think he goes
watched in
back
my
to the
life.
NFL after this?
If he was smart, he wouldn't. He's got
He's
it too
making
good at
a
Michigan right now.
he's
Like,
making a lot of freaking money there. He
yeah,
has like a clause like if anybody ever gets paid more than him, he gets paid more than whatever
that's
that is.
well, but that's like the beauty of college coaches is like you can have ridiculous things like that. But he's got it so good there. They're pretty, good
Mhm.
perennially. And it's
Um,
the expectations I feel like aren't as high for
yeah.
him as they would be if he returned to the NFL given, bowl appearances and shit like that. Like it's just not worth it. Stick to where you are. You're doing fine. You're making a boatload of money.
And you're turning a program around finally after like so many years. It's finally getting
Yeah,
together. You took a
right.
minute to get there, but I will say you're there now. So
That's fair.
mhm.
I'm
There's a lot
just
of rumors about like Vrabel, Ohio
oh,
State.
I hope not. Speaking of somebody who's good in their spot, like Mike Vrabel with the Titans, it works. It's good.
Yeah,
He's got the culture down there. The
they love him.
guys, yeah, they
He
love
literally
him.
went on. Did you see him on game day when he was calling
No,
people?
no, I didn't.
um, and I forget who it was. One of his linemen were like they were on College Game Day talking. He was beside like Pat McAfee. They were talking, and then they put Vrabel on TV, and his lineman went to Michigan. And he goes, "Now you're talking to your daddy." And I'm like, "You can't say that on national television, sir." But he said that to his own lineman, and he started
he's such
laughing.
a
It was so
cool
funny.
guy. Yeah, he's in a good spot. With Tennessee, I feel like he doesn't need especially because he's an alumni. Like he doesn't need the added pressure of
Right.
going back to your alma mater to be the coach, and like it's a lot. It's too much, I think.
It's like really cutthroat there. You win or you don't. There's people like,
Yeah.
did you see them chanting for Urban Meyer after the game?
Oh my! I saw a lot
And
of
I'm
tweets
not
about it.
surprised
Like
about that either. Like, I'm not, I can't say I'm surprised. People want to win and they freaking do whatever they want
gross.
when it comes
I
to winning.
never want to see Urban Meyer coach.
Right. So I would not be surprised if they did that. I could see it.
I just wish Ohio State won this game because I'm going to the Rose Bowl again this year, and Ohio State played there last year. I already saw them. I already watched it.
Yeah, you need someone new.
I'm good. Need somebody new, and it's like their 900th in a row of Rose Bowl. So kind of wish Michigan would have just collapsed in the last couple of minutes. Good old days. So it was a little bit more exciting in Pasadena next month or however long it is. But I mean, whatever. That's the last year. I mean, last year was fun. They had like a historic offensive day. So maybe they'll do it again this year. I don't know. But yeah, college football. I don't know. I'm just not really
Yeah,
a
I
fan.
try. I
Yeah,
like
I do
going.
too.
I like going to the games. Going to the games are really fun.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I just nobody was good around me where I grew up anyway, so that's definitely a big part of it. But it's not my cup of tea. I like the NFL a lot better. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, the NFL, like when you watch NFL games, they're always, not always, but they should always be competitive.
Right.
College football can't say the same. Like when the crowd that it's extra loud saying, "Oh, Bama could beat the worst team in the NFL." No, they can't. Sorry, it just doesn't work like that.
Well, not this year, but
Like even like I would even say like the 0-16 Browns, I do not think Alabama could beat.
Interesting.
Because you take that roster, not everyone on that roster is going to make it to the NFL. They're not all good enough.
That's true.
All the people that are playing are good enough.
Very true.
So they say.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about like the best of the best Alabama team if they could beat like the Houston Texans, like the Derrick
Nah.
Henry Alabama.
I just don't think so. I'm not
I
buying
don't know.
it.
I'd like to see it though. I'd like if there's some way like Madden can simulate that,
That'd be great.
like the best Alabama team of the last like 10 years versus the absolute worst NFL team of the last
So the
10
Browns.
years,
Yeah,
and
got it.
have them play each other. I
Right.
wonder what that would look like. There's got to be a way that like some Madden can do that. Huh. Maybe you should tweet at Madden and say, "Hey,
Can you
try
make this
for
happen?
me."
Thanks.
It's not just fun. Just see what would happen. Yeah, and that's it. That's all the recap I got. So let's move on. We forgot to make a fucking picks graphic again this week.
We can do it tomorrow.
Well,
We have the games. You can go from there. We'll go through it quick.
Thursday,
And, yeah.
Thursday night. All right, Thursday night football. Let's start off strong.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Bills. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go with the Bills. No hate to your team. I just really feel like this might be a day for them to just say, you know what, guys, we're not going anywhere.
Yep. I'm picking the Pats just out of the fact I'm a Pats fan and I hate the Bills. This is not new information. I do not like the Buffalo Bills. So I don't know. Maybe they can shock them again. Maybe if there's like 50-mile-per-hour winds like last year.
And we throw the ball 3 times. Okay.
Like, I don't know. But David Andrews is supposed to be back with real big offensive line. Jacoby Myers is going to play. He left the game pretty early last week. So, like, I'm not completely counting them out. Everything needs to go right for them to win. And that seems kind of like a long shot. But I was a little surprised when I saw the line was only like 5.5?
Yeah, it was 4.5 this morning, I think.
So that actually shocked me. I kind of thought it was going to be a little bit more.
No, I thought it was going to be like that. Yeah.
I would have thought like 6 or 7, honestly. Which, I mean, I'm happy about it. That's good. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to take the Pats, though, and just hope for the best, I guess. But the next game could potentially be meaningful, provided the Patriots do what they have to do. Jets at Vikings. I'm going to need the Vikings to continue.
The Vikings are going to win.
Your
I think
thing.
the Vikings are going to win. The Vikings, Kirk Cousins won me $200. Shout out to him.
I saw that. I was a little mad when I
Well,
saw that,
I'm sorry.
but
really sorry, but it had to be done. I had a free $20 bet.
Yeah.
Felt right.
I don't blame you. But I don't know. Maybe like I don't think that Mike White fairy dust is gonna last for all that long. So hopefully come back down to earth a little bit this week against a good team. And I think the Vikings are surprisingly one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why it was, but they also got blown up by the Cowboys like weeks ago. So I don't know. You can't predict.
Again, you have to have one of those.
I'm gonna try.
If you're a good team, you need one game like that just so you don't do it later.
That's true. It's very true. I don't even I'm assuming these are in time order. So Broncos at Ravens.
Okay, I don't know why that's such a 8.5. Okay, so the Ravens should beat the Broncos.
They absolutely should.
Russ Wilson's teammates hate him. Like they were literally screaming at him on the field. So I don't think you can recover from that.
I want to know what was said for. I want to know what
they probably called him a bitch. They said you need to get it together. You're playing like a little bitch. You have been all season. He probably said, "I'm gonna play future in the locker room if you don't get it together." That's what I would have said.
It's so funny looking back when the trade happened in March, everybody's reactions to now. Oh my God, polar opposites.
Everybody I feel like we've been like pretty much like, they're going to be okay.
You and I feel like we've been on the right side of history here, but there were a lot of people that like already crowned the Broncos Super Bowl champs and stuff.
Again, didn't think they were going to be this bad.
No.
Thought they would have a little fight in them. but they have
I
0.
thought they would be average, just around average. Missed the playoffs, but
Very much below.
maybe like a 9-8 team. Oh my God, this is bad. They're bad. They're just a really bad football team.
Ravens win. No, they should win.
They should.
They should.
We'll
They should
see.
win. They should actually win out. They should win out.
But I feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 more fourth quarter collapses in there.
Yeah, because they have so very off topic of this one, but they're gonna have a primetime game against the Browns. It's gonna to watch coming up in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
they're gonna flex that game, which is
okay. Which week though?
It's like the December 18th weekend.
Oh, they're gonna flex that to primetime, you think?
Well, because they're like one of the 5 games that have a chance to be on Saturday. So I think it'll go Ravens, Browns, then Bills, Dolphins. Yeah.
Because right now, Pats Raiders are supposed to be prime time at that game. Or that day.
On Saturday.
The 18th.
Yeah, they would move from the 18th to that Saturday. They're one of the games that is like to be announced.
Yeah. Okay, we need them to figure this out sooner rather than later because I think my parents booked tickets for a show in Vegas Saturday, and the whole reason why we're going to Vegas is to go to this football game.
Well, I think you will be fine.
Okay.
But I think it's the other games that are your game is fine.
Okay.
The other games is just like a timing of when they're going to be played.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that makes more sense. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, the Ravens conceivably could win out. It's a matter of, is it going to happen? They are, like, I can't get over it. 4 times already. They've blown however big of a lead.
Yeah, as their offense like leads the comeback for them. So like get it together.
All right, moving on. Steelers at Falcons. I'm gonna go Steelers. The Falcon. Really?
I like Kenny Pickett. I like what he's doing. I like George Pickens. I think they're having a good time. I like the Steelers defense. That's all I got.
All right, don't hate it. I think pretty much everything you said, just make it for Atlanta, and that's what I got. I'm gonna take them. I don't know. I don't think anybody expected Marcus Mariota to do what he's
No, I think that he was meant to go there for like a tank season.
Yeah.
And now they've won.
It's not.
Yeah.
All right, Jacksonville at Detroit. This game is going to have a lot of points.
We're going Lions.
Might have a lot of turnovers too, but it's gonna have a lot of points.
I will say though, Jared Goff has done a fine job. Okay, he's done a better job than a lot of quarterbacks in the league, and I feel like people aren't talking about that enough. He does have some turnovers. He does do some things wrong, but he does less than others. So,
yeah, he's playing a lot better than I think I expected him to this year. Better than last year for sure. It's like they're in the position to win these games. It's just a matter of them not being the Detroit Lions when it all comes down to it.
Right.
Like it's just in their DNA to drop these games. It sucks, but I'm gonna take them for this one though. I think Trevor Lawrence will outsuck Jared Goff. Hopefully. I really like this Lions team. I do. I want them to.
Yeah, see, I've been telling you, Dan Campbell's the guy. He's the guy.
I want them to hit the over on like season wins and stuff. Like I'm sure that's already happened, right? What was it, 2.5?
What, the Lions? No, it was like 5.5. 6.
Oh, all right. Well then, here we go.
But like, still, I've been rooting for them. I feel like Dan Campbell is what the Colts think Jeff Saturday is.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Jeff Saturday, like, I don't think it was a good idea. I still don't think it's a good idea, but like, I don't think he's not cut out to be a coach. Like, I think it can happen. I just don't think throwing him into a head coaching position
I think he needed some like little
like
prep to get there.
Like coach an offensive line here and there. Work your way up. I don't think we need to dive right in. Head coach right away. I don't think so. This is one of the best games of the week, I think. Titans, Eagles. No, I'm going to
AJ
stick
Brown,
with the Eagles. I'm
2
going to,
touchdowns.
yep, revenge game.
It's more of a thank you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of a thank you game.
He's still wicked salty, though, about all of that. Like, I feel like he's going to look at it as a revenge game.
Oh, for sure. But he should just know it's more of a thank you. Like, look at what you're doing.
Them. Seriously. You actually put me in a really good position, so I appreciate that. He's definitely a little bitter, which, I mean, don't necessarily blame him, but at the same time, like, just be happy with where you're at. You're good. You're, like, on the best team in the league. It's fine.
This game, stupid. Stupid game.
We don't even need to talk about this one.
Stupid NFL. Next one.
Yeah, that's it. Moving on. Commanders, Giants.
Would love for the Commanders to win, even though they had a ridiculous move over the weekend.
What?
Freaking memorial.
Oh, the Sean Taylor. Like,
the soccer cleats.
They gotta go. Ownership, every single person in the front office that is like in charge of all of this stuff, you gotta go.
It literally looked like the displays that they had at the freaking Super Bowl to show which uniforms they were gonna wear.
Right, exactly.
But even worse, it was even worse quality.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, really bad. It looks like they just threw it together in like 10 minutes right before. Like, oh shit, we had to do this today.
You go to the Nike store and it's better than that.
That's I think the most ridiculous part is Nike jersey, Reebok pants, Adidas soccer cleats. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Could have done anything else. Like, seriously.
Like,
you could have just put the jersey and hung it up, and it would have been better than that.
Of a player that has since passed who gets the short end of the stick in all of these remembrance things more. Like, they're embarrassing. Like, it's so disrespectful the way that they are like treating his legacy by like doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum. Like, it's not hard. I genuinely feel bad for like his family that they have to deal with this, but like the Commanders ownership and everything, obviously we all know is problematic as hell. So
yeah, but you think it could have been better than that?
Oh my god, it could have been so much better.
Like, you could have hired a group of freaking 4th graders and they would have done better.
Like, I've working at like Hollister and stuff in college, like I've dressed mannequins before. It takes 2 seconds. Like, I know the amount of effort that went into that, and it's not a lot. So like, come on. And I'm sure this isn't going to be the last time that they, try to honor him and do stuff. And it's just like, how do you not look back on all the things that you've done before and say, okay, we need to be better? And then actually,
how do you look at that and say that looks good?
Oh my God, it's embarrassing. Like, just apologize and actually do something else. Like, that way it's just,
oh man,
just the worst.
Speaking of people apologizing, off topic, Kim Kardashian, it'll get to where I need to go, did her Balenciaga little apology, okay? So before that, I made a TikTok and I said, Tom Brady is the Kim K for men. You could interchange that with Michael Jordan. You can interchange it with a lot of people, and the guys were not very happy about that.
Where are you going with this?
I'm just saying it. That's what I said on TikTok, and they were not happy. They don't believe it, and I 100% think it's so true.
Okay. No, I don't think I like that one.
Why?
I would say LeBron James.
I mean, again, interchangeable. You can put any mainstream athlete. Yeah, they both are very rich, do a lot of shit. People are obsessed with them, wear their stuff, post them on their stories, want to be like them.
Okay. I see it. I see the thought process that went into that. Okay, I get it. I would say LeBron, just because I feel like the personalities are more similar. But I get it. Yeah, come on. Everything has to be about LeBron. Like, he was talking about the soccer team today and how every other baseball team that he's a fan of and shit. Like, everything's all about him. He just
likes sports.
Kim does the same, though. Like, although I will say, like, I have gained a little bit more respect for her lately, just watching her and North's TikToks.
Yeah, they're
Like,
funny.
they actually are like sweet, like mother-daughter TikToks. So I'm not a big Kardashian person. Try to follow along on the drama just so I have stuff to talk to my girlfriends about because sometimes they get sick of me talking about sports. I don't know. I'm not really a big Kim K person though.
I'm not a
So I
Kim
don't
K
know.
person, but I don't think I'm a Kim K hater. I like to watch it
No,
all.
yeah, I'm kind of indifferent on her. Some of the other siblings, not a fan. But her,
I like
like, I feel
Skims.
like
I like everything from Skims.
so I actually bought a bodysuit Skims and I was a little skeptical, but it is one of my
It's
favorite
really
things
good. Yeah,
to
everything's
wear.
so good.
I love it.
Yeah,
So
brilliant. Brilliant work by her
Okay.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm indifferent about her. Good for her. Moving on though to somebody who is I'm not indifferent about, and we very much know how I feel about him. Did you see what
Yeah.
Deshaun Kaiser had to say about him today? Before we get into this pick,
I don't know if that's someone I want to know what he has to say.
Deshaun Kaiser said that when he got to Green Bay,
I
the
watched
first
it.
thing Aaron Rodgers told him to do was to research 9/11.
I don't know what his deal is. I don't
Like,
know what
what
his
do you want
issues
him?
are.
What do you expect him to find out? Like, nuts. And then Mike
Jordan Love
Florio.
did a nice job.
Yeah, he did. Did.
Probably won't ever happen
My
again,
biggest
but
my biggest takeaway from this whole thing though is Mike Florio absolutely fine over the fact that Aaron Rodgers didn't play for the last 2 minutes.
okay,
And
but
then
he
he
has
tweeted
insane
out
takes every day.
it's ridiculous. The fact that he tweeted out, will we never see Aaron Rodgers again? Or this is probably the last time, blah blah blah. Aaron Rodgers, he's fine. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be playing on Sunday. He said it after the game that he just like has to get scans to make sure everything's good. And he got those and he's fine. Stop. The overreaction hot take department.
Yeah, me and
drives
Florio
me
have some beef.
He's the worst.
Well,
He
I
really
told him,
is.
well, he just kept hating on Cleveland, saying it was an ugly city, disgusting people. And I said, you're worse than Joe Kim Noah with your hate.
Okay, but also
He was
you're
really
from
mad.
West Virginia. Oh.
He was not happy with that one. And I said, well, a little nicer.
I feel like, the whole throwing stones in a glass house thing, you can't really do that here. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the worst. That's my take there. But I think they are going to beat the Bears, especially if Fields is out again. Which
Yeah, I
apparently
feel
isn't
bad for Bears fans. That's to be awful.
I could have sworn I saw today that Justin Fields has a chance to play in this game.
Well,
Which
I
I think
so.
I think it'd be ridiculous if his shoulder is like as separated and as bad as they're
for Bears
saying.
fans' well-being, I hope his shoulder is okay, and I hope he can play for them.
It'd be nice to off the Packers and stuff. Aaron Rodgers apparently owns them, according to him.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he does, but like to say
He really
that,
does.
everything this guy does just, man, it sits so wrong with me. All right, moving on. Seattle at the Rams. The Rams are bad. The Rams are that
They're not fun to watch.
They're not. They're really not. No,
Mm.
Allen Robinson is done for the year. Cooper Kupp is basically done for the year. Matthew Stafford
is done for the year, basically, too.
Wouldn't be surprised. So they packed it in. They packed it in. Now Aaron Donald has a high ankle sprain. Like,
if I'm him,
over.
I'm not playing. I'm not showing up.
Oh my God, no. Even if
he wants to retire, and look what they have him out here doing.
Well, that's kind of something that I have highlighted for the off season. Is he gone? And then McVay, because McVay said once this core group retires, he's thinking about retiring.
Honestly, he might as well. He did what he needed to do. Like, the thing is, with people now, you get a Super Bowl ring, and that's all you really need.
Yeah. What, 37? 37?
Mm-hmm.
What's he going to do for the rest of his life? Coach high school? Have kids, coach their teams?
Yeah, he can be,
I don't know,
stay-at-home dad.
Whatever. Good job to me. Go ahead. You don't need He's got more money than I think he needs right now, and he's definitely invested it in stuff. Like, he's definitely a smart stocks guy. As like a 401k and all that stuff. So I feel like he's going to be fine. But I don't know. Retiring that early when you're pretty good at what you do seems a little questionable to me, but fine. The Seahawks are going to win this game, though.
Yeah.
Comfortably. And then Miami at San Fran. This is going to be a really good game, too.
Yeah, I like this game. But I think Jimmy G, see, I saw someone today say Jimmy G isn't good at football, but he's good at winning. I agree. So
I think that's pretty much encapsulates his entire career. That's it. He's not a great quarterback, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, good at winning.
That's all you need to do. When you have all that talent around you, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, the San Francisco defense might have their way with Tua, though. I would be interested in seeing that.
Nervous for him. I'm nervous for him every week, to be honest.
Got like mashed potato brains right now. There's no way, like.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know. The Dolphins are good though. The Dolphins currently are
the Dolphins
number one in the AFC East. So, which is crazy. My preseason predictions for the AFC East are really bad right now.
I think everybody's. I think everybody's are bad. I don't think it's just you. I think everybody.
But this might be, aside from the Titans-Eagles game, like the game of the week.
Well, I would say my game of the week
is up
is
there.
The Chiefs Bengals.
Yeah.
But that's
but so my thing with the Bengals is like, what version of the Bengals are we gonna get? That's
they've been pretty
decent. I'm like,
I want them to lose though. I want them to lose. I want the Bengals to lose, guys. I want to see Patrick Mahomes go off. I want 400 yards. I want 2 Travis Kelce touchdowns. I was gonna wear a Travis Kelce shirt.
Win. Like, I need them. I need the Bengals.
I ordered this shirt. I don't know if it's gonna be time. It's so funny. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like an Andy Reid shirt.
Classic. Oh, that's so good.
I ordered it. I hope it's here in time, but I don't think it's gonna be. So just in case, I ordered just a hat with the NFL logo on it. Yeah.
I need the Chiefs to knock off the Bengals. Bengals drop be a spot or two in the playoff hunt, provided the Patriots again do what they have to do. We skipped over Chargers, Raiders, but this is just going to be stupid.
I would not be surprised if the Raiders won.
Exactly.
Right.
It's going to be stupid any way you slice it, this game.
Mm-hmm. 2 pathetic teams.
They just are so frustrating. And Brandon Staley's comments after the game the other day, how somebody didn't throw something at him, I'll never know. What did he say? Because he was talking about, I don't even remember what the question was, but his response was smooth like chocolate milk. Yeah.
Now that's something that would have came out of Russell Wilson's mouth.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. How corny. I'm so sick of him.
That's bad. That one's bad.
I'm not even a Chargers fan, and I hate this man this much. I can't imagine what Chargers fans feel. He is annoying.
I was gonna do some Chargers hate, but I shouldn't even.
Think about them.
Not that many people that are gonna be that mad.
Seems few and far between. I mean, out here, they're all Rams fans, from what I've gathered.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just not in the right area. I don't know, but I feel like all the Chargers fans stayed in Orange County, San Diego area. But like, I'm gonna take the Chargers to win, but oh my god, it's just gonna be like, I feel like I need to be financially compensated for this game. That's how stupid I have a feeling it's gonna be.
It's gonna be not very fun.
So, and then Sunday Night Football, Colts Cowboys. This has potential to be ugly.
Oh, 100%. Matt
That was
Ryan.
like it.
Matt Ryan, I don't know what's going to happen to you, but whatever is going to happen to you is not going to be good.
Micah Parsons fold him in half and like take a bite out of him. It's
Geriatric of the week coming up soon. Matt Ryan.
Yeah. It's not gonna be good. Not gonna be pretty. If that's how you looked last night against the Steelers, like I am not excited for you to play this game. And then Monday Night Football. This actually kind of is an important game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they don't really play the Saints all that well. So I'm kind of worried, but I think the Bucs are gonna pull this one off. I hope at least. Andy Dalton is. I can't believe we still have to deal with the Andy Dalton experience.
Oh my God.
In the NFL, but here we are. Like Jameis can't really be that bad. Is that what the story we're sticking with here?
I guess it is. No, he's injured.
Is he? Okay,
that's what they're saying, but I don't think that he actually is anymore. Andy Dalton's time is come and gone. Just let us have Jameis. And if it's bad, it was already bad before.
I can't imagine Jameis could be worse than this. Yeah, like
0 points.
I don't know.
0. You should never have a game where you don't score. I'm sorry. You should never have a game where you don't score in the NFL. You really should not. You guys are paid way too much money to put up a fat 0.
I know, like, the Niners defense is good. It's like, I get that, but still, you can't even
a field goal? Field goal from the 50?
Like,
okay.
Yeah, embarrassing. Watch I have a feeling this might be a shootout, just because that's how stupid they are. But I'm gonna take the Bucs.
Tom Brady can't lose again.
He can't. It's not gonna. Things aren't gonna go.
Cannot lose again.
Well,
I really thought, I thought they just had that little resurgence and they were about to go off. Somehow.
Coaching staff. The coaching just said, you know what?
We're not gonna win today.
Not today. We're not gonna do. Freaking annoying. Yeah, those are this week's picks. Going to be it's starting to get stressful here if you want to start doing like playoff calculations and stuff like that. Like we're starting to get in the nitty-gritty.
I need a playoff team. I need a playoff team from both sides so I can enjoy my time. I don't know who I'm gonna pick. Do I want to go front runner?
Definitely the Eagles. The Eagles out of the NFC.
I'm gonna go Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings and just going all in. Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins.
Like I'm obviously gonna root for Tom Brady and stuff, but I don't feel comfortable backing Bucs. Like NFC is TBD, and then the AFC, man, if the Patriots can figure their shit out and just string them together, just string 3 more wins together.
Hey, I don't know. I think you guys can pass the Bengals. The Bengals have a really rough stretch.
Well, that's okay. So that's what, looking at it, that's my thoughts too. I think
if they come out of that with 4 wins, that'll be crazy.
If the Chiefs beat the Bengals this week and the Patriots somehow beat Bills, and then in however many weeks it is, beat the Bengals, that I think you're good. As long as you do what you have to do in all the other games. I mean, you're playing the Cardinals, who stink. Mm-hmm. You're playing the Raiders, who stink. Like, those should be wins right there. You got the Bills and the Dolphins one more time. Let's say they just drop one of those. Like, conceivably, they still could make the playoffs.
Well, Bengals have Chiefs, Browns, Bucks, Pats, Bills, Ravens.
That's
and now everyone's
saying
what the
Patriots have.
Everyone's saying they're going to lose to the Browns. They always lose to the Browns. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. We're speaking a new ball game. They have a new quarterback. Karma could be against them. So don't even get carried away, Bengals fans. You might have a chance at that one. But the rest, really I don't know. Would it be hilarious if they lost out? Yes, it 100% would.
Yeah. And
if I could manifest one thing right now, it would be Bengals lose out.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Let's just put it that way. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but it's It's possible.
Chances
That's a
aren't
hard
zero.
stretch. Yeah. Yeah, these last couple weeks of the regular season, I can't believe we've made it already the last month, but it's interesting. Playoff races are great. The AFC playoff race is going to be exhausting. Yeah, that's all I got for football. Quick caveat to the World Cup. Today's USA game was
Shout out the guys.
pretty exciting.
Mhm.
Shout out to the men. It was a must win, and they did the damn thing. The last couple of minutes were definitely a little bit more stressful than they needed to be. Especially 9 stoppage time. That's fucking ridiculous. I hate this new FIFA thing where they try to make sure every single second is played. It's too much. But they did it, and they are on to round of 16. Starts Saturday. They play Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so 7 a.m. for me. Gonna wake up bright and early for that one. Supposedly, Christian Pulisic is gonna be fine. Just like like I think it's a groin contusion or something. So basically, the politically correct way of saying he got kicked in the nuts.
Right.
Bad
enough to
so
be hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Did you see that Snapchat that is going around from him? Do you think that's real?
I don't know. I hope so. It was awesome.
Yeah. Like I feel like
it's a photo of him, and then someone put the text on it.
Maybe. Yeah, because how do you get in like their warm up in a hospital? Yeah, I feel like something about it has to be.
Yeah,
real,
I just think the photo is there, and then someone went on Snapchat and just like put the text and saved it and started posting.
Yeah,
but like either way, it's awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
Ryan posted on FanDuel's TikTok, and the first comment, some girl commented on it, and she goes, "Well, what's his snap though?"
I saw that. Somebody replied, "You're not getting it." Like,
oh my god! At least she asked.
She shot her shot.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, this comment's pretty spot on. The Netherlands haven't necessarily looked all that great. They're still a very good team, but I don't think they've looked as good as A, they have in years past, or B, they should right now. Their defense is pretty good though, but I don't think like the US definitely has a chance. Matt Turner just has to stay doing his freaking thing in net, and I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. So it should be exciting. Yeah, and now it starts to get. Now we're into the fun part: single knockouts, extra time, penalty kicks, all that good shit. So very excited.
See, that's the stuff I like.
Excited for the. Oh yeah. It's good. It's good stuff, but it is exhausting. So. But this is fun. This is when the fun begins. Okay. And that's it. That's all I got for you.
We got on our fantasy contest, our daily fantasy contest week. Good luck to your NFL team. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Adios.